Basically, sort of, again, you know, we had a base of the script, but every day was just about exploration and fun. And
who is harder to keep a straight face around, Taika or Leslie Jones?
Leslie's incredible, but I'd say I had a tougher time with Taika. Yeah,
because he would just spontaneously start dancing.
I think Korg originally had, you know, the rock monster, Taika's character, had like one line in the script, and then every time he came on set, he just kind of took over, and it was one of my favourite characters in the MCU.
No, he is. We can't wait to see him again. Hopefully, maybe,
hopefully.
Now, did you, when you first did Thor 1, did you sit back and go, okay, I now have to read all the comics and all the things? And did you continue to do that, or did you go, nope, this character is mine, I will make him do whatever he wants?
It's funny, I read a big stack at the start that Kenneth Branagh had given me, and but once we started shooting, you know, the script was my Bible, I guess, for the character, and it was about, you know, making it my own. But just recently, I read a couple of comic books that I was going through my house and boxes of things that when I moved from Los Angeles back to Australia, and started flicking through comics, and it really sort of surprised me how many different versions of the character, you know, even through the comics, the way it evolved, but also what we've done in the movies. And I think that's the special thing about being able to play a character over and over, is you get to approach it from different angles, you know, and especially across 10 years, which is a very unique situation to be in. You as an actor evolve, you as a person change, and then that, you know, echoes into the performance as well. So.
Yeah, and I think they've affected each other, because I think going in it was definitely Walt Simonson's comic, but now I'm looking at Jason Aaron's run, I'm like, this is Chris.
Yeah, cool.
So you've definitely affected the MCU and the comics, I think. What do you think is what was the most fun on Endgame for you?
I mean, just playing that version of Thor was a real joy, because I felt like on Ragnarok we did something so drastically different, and then Infinity War, you know, I came in thinking I was going to do Ragnarok, and Anthony and Joe Russo said, no, we've got something different again, and we did. And then I got to Endgame and thought, oh, what do we do now? We have to keep, you know, making these big changes, and they had that idea for that character, and we just kind of ran with it, and again it evolved, and it was, you know, a lot of improvisation, but there were kind of no rules with what we could do there, and again, when you kind of, you know, remove the box that the character's in, it keeps you surprised as the actor, but also an audience. I think what was fun was I didn't know what the hell was going on, and I think, you know, most people kind of were along for that journey. So.
But it worked out for you, I think, in the end.
It worked
what do you
out,
think?
Yeah.
It worked out? Now, Scarlett Johansson teased you about taking a really long time to get ready in the makeup trailer. What are you doing? What is taking so long?
She's jealous I'm so quick in there, you know? But hang on, let me say, I mean, Endgame, right? Yeah, it took a while in a pair of makeup chair.
Yes.
Everything, glue a massive beard on, a wig, the suit, the whole thing. But yeah, I've heard her say that. That's with it. You guys can come and time that someday, and I'll be outside quicker than she will.
Now, I have to ask, this is just going to sound like a tangent, and we know you're into fitness or something like that, obviously. Is there something that says that you're not supposed to drink tea? What do you have against tea, honey? What happened? Who hurt you?
I think Thor just prefers beer than tea, you know? I don't mind a tea occasionally, you know?
Except it's just water and leaves, and
if there's an option to have, you know, a big jug of mead, I'll probably head for that.
Now, yesterday, Tessa was up here, and she said, you make quite a bit of noise at the gym when you're working out. Yeah, a little bit. And in fact, she came and worked out with you a few times and kind of made fun of you about this.
I was also trying to get her attention. She was like working out. I was like, over here.
She said she's now teaching Natalie Portman your grunting technique so that she can wield the hammer. What is it, an Asgardian yell? The Asgardian
yeah,
jerk?
it's just a lot of frustrated. When's this going to end? Get me out of here.
Now you've worked with some of
I look forward to seeing Natalie Portman.
Yeah, we all do. We all do. Also, apparently she's going to be Debo, so...
Apparently she'll be what?
She's going to be all Diesel, because she's working out with...
Oh, that's right. She's going to be bigger than me. Yeah.
I don't know if we want that, but yes.
I don't know if I want that. It'd be intimidating and probably not so good for my career. Yeah.
Now, actually, you've worked with a lot of amazing women, like, Natalie and Tessa we mentioned, but also Kate Blanchett as your sister, Ella. Now, who was your favorite?
It's like saying choose between one of my children, Not saying that they're my children, but I have 3 kids, and if you said who was your favorite, I'd be in trouble. I've learned huge amounts of things from all of them. They've all put me in my place many times before, told me to shut up and, get out of the way.
I want to see that movie with all of them and just you.
Yeah, that was Ghostbusters.
Now, what was your favorite scene with Tessa? Whether or not it was in MCU or MIB, what was your favorite or funniest?
I'd say Ragnarok, because it was the first time we'd worked together. One of the funniest scenes was in her apartment when Loki's tied up in the corner. You've got Banner, me, Tessa, and it was just the most insane kind of day of improv and who's talking, who's saying what, what's going on, and
the whole story about Loki, you were just.
Oh, that whole story about Loki pretending to be a snake, and me, I like snakes, I love snakes, and stab with. That was none of that I ever thought would make it into the film, let
alone be one of the best scenes.
And I remember Mark Ruffalo looking at me and going, "Are we wrecking this movie? Are we destroying these characters?"
And Tessa just looking at you like, what?
Yeah, Tessa's like, what am I a part of? What am I doing? And we're all like, and we were shooting it in Australia, so it's a long way away from the Marvel executives, so we were kind of like, they can't even stop us. $200 million film, who cares,
And Taika's just dancing in the background.
Taika's dancing around, doing his thing, yeah.
Now, you mentioned your family earlier, your children. And they're obviously very important to you. Your kids, they're still young, but do they get it? Do they understand how important their dad is? That he's a god?
They don't think of me as a god. I don't think. I'd like them to, but
it's not working.
Sadly, no.
You're not disciplining them with the hammer, like. They're like, no, we don't care.
They're like, yeah, we know you, because once they realised they couldn't actually fly, that was a sad day.
Oh no!
I mean, they came to set, and one of my kids in particular did think it was awesome, and they came to set, and because every time I'd come home, they'd say they've seen the movie, and they'd be like, "Dad, do that thing with the hammer where you fly and summon the lightning." I'm like, "Yeah, only at work, kids, only at work." So then they come to work.
I see where this is going.
And at first they're like, "Where's the Hulk?" And I point to Mark Ruffalo.
And he's in pajamas.
And they're like, "That what?" And then they're like, "Well, fly," I'm like, not today, it's not the right conditions, it's a bit windy in here. Like, okay, where's the hammer? I'm like, over there, and they're like, "Make it do the thing with the lightning." And I'm like, "Not today, it's a maintenance, this is happening." So then they just realise it's all smoke and mirrors and so on. But,
and they're no longer impressed.
Yeah, they think I'm much cooler when they watch the movie, and then they turn to me and they're like, we're going to look at it. So they're heavily glued to the screen.
Your brothers obviously also act. Yeah. Now, and Liam has been in several things, including Hunger Games, and Luke is on Westworld. Do you each watch each other's work and give each other helpful suggestions?
Yeah, sometimes.
His face does not look like those suggestions are helpful.
Sometimes like, Chris, what the hell were you doing with that one? Yeah, we do. We've always, you know, I mean, it's funny, you spend so much time at work and talking about work and so on that when we catch up, we tend to catch up and talk about other things. But yeah, you certainly get feedback, and it's the most honest feedback, like anyone would know with a brother or a sister. You know, your family members, they're going to tell you how it is. And
did you warn them about Endgame, or did you not say anything?
No, I didn't say much. I mean, I was nervous to speak about that to anybody. You know,
because the Marvel snipers are real.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I'd be talking to other cast members, like, sorry, can't tell you. And they're like, I'm in the movie. Like, oh yeah.
Except for Tom.
Downey, you know what happens with you? No? Don't tell me. What? Sorry, man. I don't know.
Wait, were you one of the few cast members that got the whole script, or were you one that only got your own sides?
I mean, we got a script or parts of the script, and it was a really old version of the script, and yeah, you could go and sit in a room and read the script, but to be honest, it wasn't even completed. And you know, the second half of that shooting the movie, it was like completely in their hands and being guided by, you know, what they had in store for you. And I think most of us watched the movie and were like, oh my God, that happens to him and her. And,
right. And then, oh, everybody, okay.
Yeah. And they're like, oh, this isn't a wedding either, like they told us. It's a funeral, what? That was sad. Not for me, because I was alive, but... Sorry, Robert, unemployed. See ya.